So here's my biggest revelation from watching Aaron Rodgers' Enigma on Netflix. An enigma is something mysterious, puzzling, difficult to understand. Yet it is painfully obvious to me exactly what happened to Aaron Rodgers' career. No enigma needed. He and his 2010 Packers came from nowhere with no expectations as the 6th seed, as a road wildcard team. And what? Wait a second. They won the Super Bowl? Yep, they did. And as Aaron says in the Netflix doc, that night after winning the Super Bowl, it hit him that winning it all didn't really make him that happy. His reaction was, is this all there is? I think he was expecting Nirvana, Valhalla, Utopia, heaven on earth. And he got a trip back to Green Bay and a ring. That's it. He also woke up the next day and he realized that, oh no, now everybody's going to expect me to do this again and again and again. After all, he was only 27 as he won the Super Bowl. But this is all why Aaron Rodgers, as I said from the start, is the flip side of Tom Brady. Brady won his first Super Bowl, and he could not wait to win his second and his third and his fourth and on and on and on, because Brady was still paying an extreme price to be in extreme shape and extremely prepared after he won his 7th Super Bowl in the 10 he played in. Just think about this. It's been 15 years since Aaron Rodgers played in his one and only Super Bowl, because he was never, ever obsessed with playing in his first Super Bowl. To Aaron Rodgers, football is just a game that comes pretty easily to him because he could always throw a football. To Brady, football was life. It was his reason for being. Dominating the National Football League was Tom's heaven on earth. As you see in this doc, now Aaron Rodgers constantly experiments to find what life is really all about, what makes him happy. He still hasn't found what he's looking for, as U2 once sang. Aaron Rodgers goes to South America. I think he's been 2 or 3 times in the off seasons to expand his mind with ayahuasca experimentation, to be enlightened, to meet people who are enlightened. Not athletes, just people in general, people outside athletics. Lots of great footage in the doc about all that. I don't believe Aaron Rodgers has ever been obsessed with staying in the greatest shape or with studying football and achieving game plan enlightenment before his biggest playoff games. No, that 2010 team went on the road and barely won at Philly, won big at Atlanta, and then finally won the NFC Championship game in Chicago, in large part because my guy Jay Cutler from Vanderbilt University was lost to a sprained ACL before halftime. Then Troy Polamalu tried to play in the Super Bowl on a pulled hamstring, and he probably shouldn't have been out there. And my guy Ryan Clark was on his last legs for those Pittsburgh Steelers. And yep, it happened. Green Bay beat Pittsburgh, and Aaron Rodgers won Super Bowl MVP. That was his career crescendo. Since then, Aaron Rodgers, as I keep pointing out, is 7-9 in the postseason. And of those 7 wins, 6 of them had big luck factors. And those 9 losses include his last 3 pathetic playoff losses, twice as the 1 seed in Green Bay at home. And it doesn't include losing that playoff for the playoffs home game to Detroit, which was the very last game that he played for the Packers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has been pathetic in the postseason of late, and nobody seems to notice maybe except me. Tom Brady was aw shucks, gee whiz off the field and in the announcer's booth now, but he was a flat out cold-blooded killer on it. On it, Aaron Rodgers became a finger-pointing, blame-deflecting choke artist. That's who the Jets traded for. That's who the Jets paid. That's who the Jets went out and got Devontae Adams for. Jets are 4-11. Aaron has plummeted to 23rd in QBR in the NFL. 23rd, just a tick above Kirk Cousins. I now wonder what the Jets' decision makers thought when they watched Aaron Rodgers' Enigma on Netflix.